Appreciate a chance to be with all of you this evening. I hope I can share a story worthy of this event.
For over 30 years, Eustace Conway walked the trails of Turtle Island believing he knew every story. Buried beneath its soil, it was his sanctuary, his life's work, a place of peace and purpose. But one quiet morning, a single strike of his shovel shattered that illusion. What he uncovered wasn't stone. It was a human skull. In that instant, the mountain's silence turned ominous. The land he trusted was hiding a secret far older, darker, and more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. A secret that refused to stay buried. He immediately contacted the Watauga County Sheriff's Office, and within hours, the property transformed from a primitive skills sanctuary into a forensic investigation zone. Leading the team was Dr. Sarah Hendricks, a forensic anthropologist whose calm precision hinted at the gravity of the discovery. After examining the remains and the soil patterns, she concluded the burial was at least a century old and deliberately concealed. As ground-penetrating radar scanned the surrounding area, multiple anomalies appeared beneath the surface. What began as a single grave quickly escalated into the possibility of several hidden burials. Clustered around what once seemed to be an ordinary patch of land, the deeper they searched, the more disturbing the truth became. Excavation revealed the remains of an adult male with blunt force trauma and bound wrists, followed by an adult female and 2 children buried in separate shallow graves. Each discovery pointed not to natural death, but to calculated violence. The most heartbreaking moment came when a larger grave was uncovered, containing the remains of 3 small children buried close together. The positioning suggested fear, closeness, and a tragic final moment that had remained hidden beneath the soil for over a century. Even the composed drive, Sarah Hendricks, was visibly shaken, as the evidence suggested the children may have been buried alive. Months before the excavation, Eustace Conway had unknowingly uncovered another clue while renovating an old cabin on Turtle Island. Hidden behind a section of mismatched wall panels was a sealed metal box containing letters dated 1897. The letters were written by a homesteader named Thomas Bradshaw, who described escalating threats from the powerful Harrow family over disputed land. He wrote about cattle being slaughtered, gunshots fired into his cabin, and local officials refusing to intervene. A later document reported the disappearance of Thomas, his wife Mary Bradshaw, and their children, while a newspaper clipping falsely claimed the family had simply abandoned their homestead. As news of the discovery spread across Boone Valley, elderly residents began sharing stories passed down through generations. Among them was Eleanor Pritchard, who recalled her grandmother's memories of gunshots and the sudden burning of the Bradshaw cabin. Another resident, Curtis Wilcox, revealed that his grandfather had helped clear the land after the family vanished and had witnessed signs of violence that were never officially recorded. Their testimonies aligned disturbingly well with the physical evidence. Emerging from the excavation sites, the turning point came when Rebecca Bradshaw Collins, the great-great-granddaughter of Thomas Bradshaw, arrived at Turtle Island carrying historical documents and a hand-drawn map passed down through her family. The map marked suspected burial locations with X symbols that almost perfectly matched the graves identified by modern forensic technology. For her, this was not just history. It was generations of unanswered questions finally receiving proof. She explained that her family had long believed the Bradshaws were murdered for their land, but without bodies, the truth had remained unverified. As the investigation continued, tension in the region grew. The name Harrow family still carried influence, and subtle threats began appearing at Turtle Island, warning that some secrets should remain buried. Despite the pressure, Eustace Conway chose transparency over silence. Standing before media and community members, he publicly acknowledged the land's hidden past and pledged to cooperate fully with the investigation, emphasizing that truth mattered more than reputation. Thank you for watching this powerful story of Turtle Island and the long-buried truth of the Bradshaw family. History may be silenced for a time, but it can never be erased. If this story moved you, share it, reflect on it, and remember, justice may be delayed, but truth always finds its way back to the light.